The former Union Minister Shri.Suresh Prabhu, I request you to please step forward to address our gathering. A stalwart of Indian politics, a true leader of the people, renowned for his dedication to economic reforms. He's the former Union Minister with 10 portfolios joining us on stage. All yours, sir.
Good morning, friends. I am very happy that I have been able to meet the people, as she said, who makes dream a reality. The people who actually make sure that there is a proper connect between various stakeholders who really make the ultimate reality in the realm of a possibility that people really feel that they should have. Normally, she said you are matchmakers, but normally when people decide to settle down in life and when actual matchmaker makes a match reality, the next big question before the new match is how to find a house. Because you cannot really settle down just by marrying. You have to do something more to live under a common roof, which actually is an aspiration, a mission of most of the people. And therefore, I am here to meet all of you who make this a great moment of people's life a reality, and therefore I want to congratulate all of you. I must also want to congratulate the new team. And I was listening to Mr. Verma, and I was wondering whether he chose the right profession. He was speaking, and I was listening, and I was thinking that if he had decided not to be a real estate consultant, but a politician, he would have made life difficult for most of the people. Because the way he was speaking, it looked like a very seasoned politician addressing a large gathering. And I really want to congratulate you for whatever you have done. And thanks to the new chairman, I think Mrs. Verma would say, I got my husband back. So I think after 43 years, and you are going to celebrate your anniversary, let me wish you all the best in advance. I am very happy that my dear old good friend, and a very dynamic leader of Goa, who is Minister for Industry, but he is also a very industrious leader. He actually all the time thinks about his state and tries to promote it. Mr. Marvin Gudino is here, and I am sure you will be very happy to listen to him. But at a time, we started a program with the national anthem. And I was very happy to see the kind of enthusiasm that all of you have in terms of how do you participate into a nation-building activity? In fact, construction is that of builders. So nation building is already integral part of this process. But nation building is a different activity which needs a lot of software around it. Because that's emotional issue. That issue which deals with your inner thinking. So we have to work on that in a different way, and we are continuing to do that thanks to Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And the entire ethos that has been created in the country today will definitely work on that. The other part is how do you build a strong economy? Because strong nations need strong economic strength. If you have economic strength, you can have a larger army, sophisticated defense forces, and that will protect the citizens as well as protect our borders. And to do that, we need strong economy. How do you build stronger economy? And one of the drivers of economy would be obviously a construction industry. If you have construction industry, it creates demand for the core sectors of economy. That's steel, cement, and it actually pulls a huge economic activity in terms of constructing, whatever construction you make. Either you make homes, or you make warehouses, or you make shops, you construct malls, whatever you do, but construction itself has a huge pull effect. I remember Mr. Ram Jethmalani was Minister Atalji's cabinet. Incidentally, me, Ram Jethmalani and Murli Modoshi were only three of us who took oath with Atal Bihari Vajpayee on all three occasions when he took oath as a Prime Minister. But Ram Jethmalani he was a Minister of Urban Development in Atalji's cabinet. People know him as a ex-lawyer, I think there is unparalleled acumen he had. But he used to always tell in the cabinet at that time, Atalji's cabinet, that if you can actually make real estate a driver of economic growth, it will have a huge spin-off benefits. And that's how he actually repealed the Urban Development Act, if you recall. I was in the same cabinet. But point I'm saying is, real estate per se has a huge potential to make India grow faster. Economic growth will be far, far better with real estate driving it. Another challenge that not only India but the world is facing today is how to create jobs. The industries like manufacturing are now becoming more and more technology intensive. And therefore they add output but don't create jobs enough. And construction is one sector which has the ability to create huge number of jobs in many areas. While you construct, so obviously off-site. On-site you create jobs, but as I said, the material that is required for construction, you create off-site jobs. But when construction is ready, you also create jobs for interiors. You create jobs for designing of it. So service sector, manufacturing sector, everybody gets a huge boost. And therefore construction is something which has to be at the core of our economic thinking. And therefore I'm very happy that you are connected with that sector. The other part, the real estate will never be a success story if you don't have real estate consultants. They play a very key role in terms of connecting with a prospective buyer. Now the RERA being a reality, in fact I was also in the cabinet when RERA was passed. I was in the parliament as well when we passed to the parliament, but cabinet approved it before that. And RERA has now made it very important contribution to make real estate a transparent and far more acceptable to the people in terms of understanding the nuances of it. But importantly, the real estate business can never be a possibility without real estate consultant playing the role. They bring the customers to the builders. They actually have far more confidence of the customer than the builder themselves have, because they don't know the builder. Real estate consultant is very closer to the market. He's like a family doctor. People have more faith in family doctor than a specialized doctor. And therefore the same way, the real estate consultant play that key role in promoting construction, for sure, that's an upstream, but also eventually the huge build-up of the ecosystem that goes with development of a real estate market. So I am very happy that you are meeting today, and this is a National Convention 17. I think you have been here for a long time, and you have seen, in fact, these 16 years or 17 years that since the association has been in play, this is the time when India has grown the fastest. I am not saying, Vermaji, that because of this association, India has grown fastest. It's coincidental, but also you must have played some role into this process. So I'm sure that you'll grow even more as you go along under leadership of a new leader from Hyderabad. Actually, it's very interesting that the person who is now going to take over is from Hyderabad, which is one of the hotspots of real estate market exponential growth. And you are also meeting in Goa when Mr. Manchanda, Mr. Keshav Prabhu and all his colleagues and others, Amunka and others, you are actually in the place where the real estate market is not exploding, but it's going, because normally if you want a real estate, you must have roof, but the market is going through the roof. And it's actually everybody wants to be in Goa. I don't think there is anybody you can make a survey and say, I don't want to be in Goa. Everybody wants to have a house. Now it's a different matter. That affordability is a big issue. But Goa is right now the most sought after place for the best of people in the world to come to Goa. In fact, Goa is becoming part of North India, becoming part of South India, becoming part of East India. So I think Goa is now really speaking a real melting pot where you can say it's really truly a national spirit you can experience in Goa. You can go in language which is very, very melodious language. I am a 50% Goan because my wife is a Goan. But I am actually very happy that Goa is the place that you have chosen for this conference. I am sure Goa brings a lot of good luck to the people. In fact, most of the people come to pray in Goa. There are one of the most ancient religious places are in Goa. And therefore, I think your prayers of making India a better place will be answered better in Goa than probably in any other place. So all the best to you. Congratulations for a successful journey. Best wishes for your onward endeavors. And I'm sure you'll all succeed to make India a far better place than what it is today. Thank you very much.